Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Shayla and welcome to Shaegeeksout. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Rambly Goals video that I made at the beginning of the year and kind of give you an update on where I'm at with those rough 2017 goals. And if the camera shakes, it's because my cat is obsessed with the tripod right now and he's rubbing his face all over it and I can't get him to stop. So please be patient with me. Yes. Go attack your brother. That'll be more fun. So if it gets noisy, that's why. So let's talk about my Goodreads goal to start out. I set my goal for 100 books this year. Right now, I'm currently working on book number 43, but I also haven't added in a lot of my audiobooks. So I'm almost halfway to my goal. I did about 50 if you include my audiobooks through this first half of the year, which I'm actually very pleased with. And I do hope to keep up that pace through the rest of the year. So I think I'm doing pretty well on that goal. I'm about where I need to be. If anything, I'm a tad behind. So I'm hoping to have a little more downtime to be able to read and those kind of things. Next up, my goal was to read more nonfiction this year, just more nonfiction in general, because last year I ended up reading like 10. And I have been reading more nonfiction this year. I've probably only read 2 or 3, to be honest, so far. But I'm currently in the middle of a nonfiction and a couple other things like that. So I do plan on reading more nonfiction as the year continues to go on because I am trying to better myself and better my business. So that's just kind of part of what happens. You end up reading a lot of nonfiction either about people that inspire you or things to help you inspire yourself. So that's just kind of where I'm at with the nonfiction goal. When it comes to the classics goal, I've not been as good at that. I've really only read one classic so far this year, which was A Room with a View by E.M. Forster. I did really enjoy it. I do enjoy when I read classics. I did not set a number for this year, so I'm hoping to read at least 1 or 2 more as the year goes on. Next up is progress with the Wheel of Time series. So after I made that video, I found out I'd only read the first 3, not the first 4. So I am actually halfway through, well, I'm into the 5th book right now on audiobook. I'm really enjoying the continuation. I felt like the 4th book was amazing and so many things happened in that one. So I am continuing on with the series. I'm enjoying the series continually. If you want me to do individual reviews on each book as I read them, let me know in the comments down below and I can kind of do them periodically for the ones I've already read, and then I can just continue to do them as we move on. So just let me know down in the comments below if you want to see that. So the next goal I had for this year was to complete a bunch of series. When it comes to completing series, I have not done as well at this as I hoped to. I did finish the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I am current on that one, and the first trilogy of that is done. There's going to be spin-off series. So that one is done, and I think that's about it for finishing the series for me. I've gotten further in some, like I've read the next book in some of them. I need to finish up the Gathering of Shadows, Darker Shade of Magic series. I forget what that series is called. Let me look at my shelf here. I still need to read the last 2 books in the Raven Cycle. And I have a few other series. I still need to read all 3 of the Fallen Kingdoms books. So I've got quite a bit to go on series. So that's what I'm going to kind of try to work on the second half of the year. And there are some series that I have decided to not continue on. And I talked about it in my unhaul video because that's usually where I got rid of it. So I will leave that linked down below so that you can check that out. I'll also link the original Rambly Goals video. So this is kind of rambly as well. A little more organized than the last one because I wasn't feeling well in the last one and I'm feeling pretty good today. So we'll take it. When it comes to that, the other goal I had was to read more off my shelf this year. I do feel like I haven't been buying as many books. I've only bought books that I really, really want. And so when it comes to reading off my shelf, I am knocking down my TBR slowly. And again, when I was unhauling, I did unhaul a bunch of books that were on my shelf that I hadn't read yet or hadn't read in a really long time, or I'd read and I decided I wouldn't ever read again. So I was able to cut down the number a little bit that way, and I still have more to go on that. But most of, I think all of the ones except The Princess Diarist that I was planning on reading in July were books from my shelf that I bought last year. So I am excited to continue on knocking down the TBR on my shelf and being able to just be current on things. And I am enjoying the reading that I've done this year. It's been a really good reading year, I think, so far for me. I haven't really had many books that have like flopped for me. It's been really nice that way, but I've also been much more selective about my reading this year than I was last year. So I do read mostly for enjoyment, so I'm not reading a lot of politically charged books because I get enough political agenda through all my forms of social media, so I've chosen that when I'm doing my extracurricular fun reading, I don't necessarily need to be politically charged when I'm doing that as well, because all of that is very physically exhausting to me, and I'm usually already tired by the time I'm getting to my books. So I would rather escape into another world or another time and just enjoy that. So that's kind of what's been going on with my reading so far this year. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite book this year is that you've read, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.